They only want you to say their sweet little name. That way they can go, and then move on. She said my name, guys. Come click on me. Click on me. Give me your follow and then never come by. I want that follower number to go up. Oh my God, please. It's gotta get a little higher. And it just brought you back here? Good. That means you're stuck here forever, TJ. Not really. You can go whenever you want. Damn, I know, right? Imagine. Got me, I guess. Did I ever play Majora's Mask? I did. I've never beaten Majora's Mask. I got the Fierce Deities mask. I got all the other masks, and I made it to the end. I just never beat it. I didn't want to. I kind of just liked going back and forth through the days and just playing around as a kid, you know? The game is rough to beat. It's not really that bad. I just never beat it. I didn't care to. How you doing, JM Rad? Welcome in, bud. How are you today? I'm going this way with this. I'm making this a little higher. That way when we start cutting down the other part, it's not like taken away from the circle, because I spent a long time drawing this damn thing out. Rad, I'm doing fantastic, my friend. I'm having a good Friday. What are you doing this weekend? Ultrasaurus, what are you doing this weekend? Yeah, TJ. Longer than I wanted to. That's for damn sure. Working and studying. Are you still studying what you're working towards? Or are you shifting gears now? Still the same stuff? Gotcha. Did I ever tell you, Ultrasaurus, that I was a farrier's assistant for about 6 months when I was younger? Oh, I got you, Rad. Cool, dude. That was a very interesting time of Teradra's life. So I was working at a gas station. I was a gas station like floating manager. And this one in particular I was working at was in a smaller town. Hold on. This looks weird. Why does this look weird? Oh. It was in a smaller town, and there was this guy who used to come by. He's probably dead by now. But he was like your rough and tumble, kind of like, you know, cowboy looking dude. He had spurs in his boots, and he smoked Pall Malls, and he was like your like regular kind of redneck dude. And one day he said his truck broke down and that he was a farrier and that he needed some help. And I offered to help him. I was like, sure, I've never, you know, shoot horses before. It sounds like fun. So I met up with him on a Saturday one time, and we went out to some farms and stuff, and he's, you know, he's grabbing the horse, and he's, you know, clipping the stuff away and scraping and just going haywire, doing his thing. And he gets done with like one horse and gets a check for like $250. I'm like, damn, that's pretty good money. He's like, yeah, you make pretty good money being a farrier. And then we go on to the next place, and he's working on like a Clydesdale or something. And he's, gets done with the Clydesdale, giant freaking feet. Gets done with the Clydesdale, gets a check for like, you know, $400, and he's moving on, doing this, that, and everything else. And in between stops, he's having me go to a gas station. That way he can get a tall boy. And he's drinking a tall boy. And every other stop he grabs a tall boy. And that's fine. He wants a drink while he's working. He's going to go to farms and stuff. Ultrasaurus. No, man. He just went straight for it. So, we get done for the evening. He's like, all right, I'm done. Go down this road, He takes me down somewhere. He's like, all right, I'll be right back. He gets out of the car and he goes to this guy's house and he spends all of his money on crack. I didn't know it was crack at the time. So he jumps into the car and he's got this little baggie and he starts unraveling it and talking to himself and stuff. And he's like, all right, let's go back to the house. And I'm taking him back to his house. And he's got a spoon in his pocket that's all wore out and stuff. And he's putting it in the spoon. He's lighting. he's just having a day over there in that car. And I look over at him. I'm like, first of all, it smells. It smells horrible. And I'm like, how much did that run you? He was like, oh, about $1,200. And I was like, wasn't that what you made today? And he was like, yep. He was like, it's a habit. I got to take care of it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So I'd never been to his house before. And we drive up to this house. We take a turn onto this road that goes onto a farm. And we're driving down like this shitty, muddy, ruddy-ass road. And we make it to this old... You've ever been to like... driven by like an old farm and you see like those old dilapidated houses off in the corner? We drive up to one of those and he's like, yeah, this is where I stay. I'm like, oh, is this your house? And he's like, no, but no one knows I'm in it. Okay. All right. So he's like, come on in for a minute. And I was like, all right, I was a little hesitant. I was like, all right, I'll go in. Let's see what's going on. He has a welder in his kitchen and he's building all of those, like, you know, you ever seen like horseshoe art? Where people make like statues and lampposts and everything else. He's making that in his house while he's also doing his other stuff. So he's this super talented dude that's really good at his job, but he doesn't have a house. He doesn't have a car. And he takes $1,200 in the day and just cracks it all up. And it's like, that's wild. That was the craziest thing. So I helped him for a few months. He paid me 10%, which is why I helped him. I made 10%, so I didn't care. But I told him he couldn't smoke that in my car anymore. I was like, if that's your habit, you can do that habit, but you know. And he owned property up the road. He had animals. He had a big old farm, and he had animals. And we would go in there, and we would feed his pigs, and he had goats and sheep, and he had horses. And all of his horses had, like, names, and he knew all of them, and he would talk to them, and they would all, like, frolic when he showed up and stuff. And he had a lot of, like, things. He was just addicted to drugs. And I felt so bad for the guy. But yeah, that was my little story about being a farrier's helper. Did I enjoy the work? The work was okay. The most vivid memory I have about being his helper, Ultra, we went to a farm one time and there was a goat. And I don't know if you guys know much about goats, but they have their skull right here is like super duper thick because they run into shit. And this goat, I guess, saw me as a play friend or a threat, and he would rear up and come running after me, right? And just try to run into me full speed. So I remember I had to kind of like watch my shoulder the entire time because he was going to come up from behind me and put his feet in the dirt and go, and come running at me. So I had to take my foot I had to take the heel of my foot and keep slamming it into his head over and over again. That way he would stop. But he took it as more of a challenge. And that little bastard chased me around the farm for like 2 hours. I'm like, are you not done with these horses yet? He's like, I got one more. I'm like, this little goat. Leave me alone. But he just, what do you mean rude? Me? What was I supposed to do? I wasn't hurting him. Oh, the boy chasing me. He was dead set on doing something to me, let me tell you. I was finally able to get in the truck and I got it. I was like, I don't ever want to come back to this house again. If you're doing this place, you're doing it solo. But we dealt with, one time he had one that had like an infected hoof or something. And he was like scraping it all out and stuff. And that was gross. And I've seen all kinds of stuff. It was pretty wild. And we were going to like all of the equestrian clubs. I mean, he had clientele everywhere. And you could kind of tell that they knew that he was like, you know, a low-life drunk. But they were just like, shoot the horses, they're in the back. Go do your job, you weirdo. I have the best stories ever. I mean, that was an interesting thing. Oh yeah, he did amazing work. And he had all the tools. And he had like a bunch of different horseshoes on like a rack we put in the back of the truck. And he had all of his stuff. And it was just, everything he did was just so smooth. He was just like clip, 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 scrape, 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 do, hammer. He kept the nails in his mouth. He'd hammer the nail in and turn it around and do that and everything else. And one foot down, go grab the other one, put it between his legs, and he's holding it. And he's going one arm, going with the other arm, and he's just going, man. And it's like, you know what? More power to you, buddy. This was in eastern North Carolina at the time. But like I said, he's probably dead by now. At the rate he was clocking himself, he's probably gone. All right, all the water has been taken care of. All the water has been cleared. Well, no, we're missing one right over there. We're missing that one. Hey, it's a circle. Yeah, I'm doing this to take shots so that we can have like a progression. But you know what? That's only going to take 2 seconds to do. I was just double checking we had everything else done. It looks nice though. Okay, let's go. Go fill that one in. And we got to cut this mountain right here down. That's a new mountain too we got to take out. But that's in a different quadrant. Might invest in multiple axes? No. No, we're good. We don't have that many trees on here. I do want to take the trees out next, though. That way we don't have to worry about any kind of sticks or saplings or anything moving forward. What's up, TJ? Hit me with it. I can take this down. That was once upon a time. I'm kind of thinking of some prediction for the trees, but I don't know if it's a good idea for one, or two, what would be the best way to do it. Wait, what's up, Carlo Bird? Carlo Berg, are you drinking right now? TJ, what were you thinking? Like what kind of numbers? What kind of numbers, dude? Hit me. Was total number of what? Trees or logs or what? Total number of trees. Okay. So the bad thing about that, TJ, is that anyone can go back into the VOD, pause it, and count the trees. And get really, really close. Especially in the time limit you would have for the prediction. It had to be like a super short prediction. Okay. So then... elite trees, yeah, right? Well, I'm not opposed to doing a prediction about the trees, but I also don't know what would be good for it. Because you have to think that whatever prediction you do can't pay out until it's all done. It's not going to be like a 15-minute job. It's going to be like over an hour. And I don't like predictions that take like that long, you know what I mean? I like to be kind of fresh and moving and bouncing. That way we know what's going on and people keep their attention in it. You're drinking, TJ? What are you drinking? Or do you mean just water? Oh, you're drinking Mike's Hard. Ooh. Not bad, not bad. What was I gonna grab? Oh, I need more rockets. All right, let's go. Let me get the trees knocked out. I don't need to get that one. I don't need to get any of the ones outside, just the ones inside. There's water down there, technically, that I should probably try to get rid of. But I'm also really not worried about the ravine so much. Tiger Fang? I just now read what you said. All right, we're going up here. Oh, shit. I hate these oak trees. Oh, there's one up there. TJ, you're fine, dude. The wonderful thing about alcohol, it's not additive, it's cumulative. So you can drink enough Mike's Hard Lemonade to get a buzz or to get drunk, as opposed to like drinking liquor. It just takes you a little longer. So you're okay. Be a baby, like you call it, and work on that. You'll be just fine. But yeah, we're not gonna need another axe. All you really ever need is one axe, unless you're just like hardcore grinding wood for some reason. I've never been close to breaking an axe. Even back when we were cutting all those logs for the storage, I never once got close. You know, all these things can wilt away and disappear and despawn, and I won't care one bit. I'm not really worried in like keeping all these saplings and stuff. All we need is one sapling to you know, regenerate a forest. You just bone meal it, chop up the leaves, and continue on. I'm gonna cut this down because it just looks bad. I thought tonight would be the same, but with season 5 of Big Mouth. But then, yeah, I had a really good day. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you surprised me when you came in and said hi. I wasn't expecting you. Like I said, if you gotta take a day off, man, take a day off. You're not required to be here. There's never ever a requirement. Do you need to be carrying a totem of Undying in your offhand for it to work? Oh yeah. You have to be holding it. If you're not holding it, you're gonna die. Gotta have it in your hand, main hand or offhand. Wait, what's up, Apollo? Apollo, how's your burp today? I hope she's having a good day. You're trying to make a joke. Oh. Did I ever play Wind Waker? No, I don't like the art style of Wind Waker. Majora's Mask was the last like new Zelda I played before Breath of the Wild. I didn't play anything in between. Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. I didn't play any of those. I've seen them played all the way through. I know what they're about and stuff. I don't like that little chibi looking Link. It doesn't. I don't like it. She's crawling around on you. So is she clipped or is she perfectly capable of flight? Yeah, the gameplay's not bad. What's the one Zelda where he turns into 2D Zelda and crawls through walls and stuff? I don't like that one either. Yeah, there's a Legend of Zelda where he can turn 2D and like walk around walls and stuff. Link Between Worlds, is that it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that one either. It's not for me. I've seen it played all the way through. I know what it's about. It's just not my jam. Okay, one wing clip when I got her, but they didn't do a good job because she flies across the house all the time. Well, I mean, so like, clipping doesn't mean that they're completely unable to fly, right? It just means that they can't fly like very high or for very long. Because they can still like hop around and stuff and glide. Oh, do you have to maintain them? I didn't know that. I've always thought that birds were really awesome as pets, but I'd be super afraid to keep one because they live for so long. Oh, okay, I got you, Apollo. I don't care about the noise. That's just the nature of a bird. If you don't like the noise that your bird makes, then you're not a bird person. Made me never want to... Yeah, right? I could imagine that. How you doing, Karen? Welcome in, buddy. The bird is the word. The bird is the word. Yeah, Karen. How you doing, bud? Happy Friday. Yeah. Nope. Oh, I've got haste over here. Cool. The Peter Griffin is strong tonight. That's not where it came from, but yeah. Carlo Berg, what? I'm confuzzled. Well, I think that emote that he posted was supposed to be what it looks like, right, TJ? Oh, they've seen that in the song. Oh, I gotcha. I had never really heard the whole song all the way through. It's one of those songs that's like forever meme status for me, and I don't really want to listen to the whole thing. It's like along the same vein as like Wipeout and Tequila. Oh yeah, we're going all the way through here.